All right, welcome back. Let's talk about the win that I took on NAS yesterday, Tuesday, July 7th. Um, so let's talk about the NAS took yesterday. I did take a win today, but I'll make another video on that one. So let's make a video reviewing this trade. All right, so here we are yesterday, right before the start of the market. I'm looking at the market on this is the 5 minute. And I didn't see a clear direction. So what I wanted to do is I really wanted to just kind of jump out to see a more clear direction on the bigger time frame. So what I did is I go on the 4 hour. One thing I do know is on the 4 hour, there's really no fake outs. Like on a higher time frame, price is pretty much straightforward. So what I did see at this point in time pre-market is I did see a head and shoulders pattern. All right, so let me copy and paste this one, drag this over here. So what I did see head and shoulders pattern. Here it is. You got your left shoulder, you got your head, you got your right shoulder. So at this point in time, I'm like, well, all we're looking at, this is actually a zone here on the 4 hour. We just need price to pretty much retest this. We're going to break this right here, and we just need to come back up. We just need to come back and retest it. So my bias for Tuesday approaching the market was actually sales. So now that I go back into the 5 minute, what am I looking for? Let me zoom out a little bit and go to the left on the 5 minute. And what do I see here? If I look to the left, I see this zone down here. I see a couple zones. But what stands out to me is this zone right here and this zone right here. So what I did on the pre-market is I go right here in this candle, this zone, which is all this is a support and resistance indicator. I can actually, figured out the support and resistance zones, just draw here, look where price stopped at, came at multiple times. And if I still can't see it clearly, just go to a line chart. And I mean, it's a little bit more clear. However, I just use an actual indicator to pretty much like save some time, make my life a little bit easier. So on the 5 minute, let me look on the 15 minute, let me look on the 30 minute. All right. So let me go back. So basically, pre-market, I pretty much marked up my potential zones. And I'm like, okay, I see here that this zone, I just marked it and carried it over to the right with past data. I see here this right here. This was a rejection candle at a support level, support resistance level zone. And pretty much all my strategy is I like to wait until I get a rejection candle at a zone. And I like to get that engulfing going, right? I call that like a launch pad candle or pattern. And then I like to get a micro or macro retest. It is engulf and retest. So this particular trade here on this one, once price pretty much will break above these, like this next candle, once we got up in here, I pretty much would have gotten to a buy entry here. Stop loss would have been below this candle and look to get like a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2. If I really like this candle and I like how, if I had multiple influences, I would go ahead and just get off this engulfing candle alone. So let's go back and let's get to current this entry at 9:30 yesterday and see what happened. So pretty much my game plan here, I'm like, okay, if price could come down and we can actually give another rejection candle, I can get in and take this to the upside and possibly get a 1-to-2. Or if price once the market starts, if price comes up here, I can get a rejection candle like this one here. How we rejected, we wicked, and then we got an engulfing candle. And you see here, this candle came back, retest this area, kept the zone, and you see we printed like it looks like a nice 1-to-5. So that's what I'm looking at. All right, so basically, boom, market opens. We got this huge candle. So right away, that zone is broken. Go ahead and delete that. All right, so now that this zone is broken, now that this is a big candle, we see here it was we're at this zone here. So if I go and I draw a line here, this is a zone. We have my rejection candle and an engulfing candle at a zone. This one candle right here easily engulfed the last 20 candles easily. Okay, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm looking at these green candles. We already gotten engulfing, but this candle is so big, this pretty much looked like a macro engulfing retest. And what that means is on a higher time frame. So you see how this green candle gets engulfed by this red candle. However, on a higher time frame, the same thing is happening. All this right here is one candle, and all this right here is one candle. So pretty much this is engulfing that candle. All we need now is another price to actually come and just retest here. And that's exactly what happened with this next candle. The next candle kind of came and it retest up in here. Now, based off this, I was looking to get in, right? But the next zone was here. I was looking at the next reaction zones here based off of a continuation of I have these right here. Typically with this indicator, once you have like multiple little lines all in the same area, it's pretty powerful. So I'm like, all right, well, if I this that would mean all this would be my stop loss, and I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that all the way because we're already price is already here. It's different if I would have got in right here and then I got all this to go. I mean, we can get a 1-to-1, take a little bit of profit, move stops to break even, and then let's see if we can shoot down to the bottom, get a 1-to-2. So I wasn't comfortable with entry quite yet, so I waited. All right, so now with this candle, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. That's what this candle. I did the wrong read. This candle, I remember correctly. Everything I just said with this candle, but what hindered me again was the big stop loss. Um, I wasn't all the way confident. I wasn't all the way sure. I'm like, well, at this point in time, like I am looking for a head and shoulder pattern. This is a retest of the neckline. I just didn't really I didn't really at the time I wasn't really clear in my mind to take action. I was really taking my time. And the actual candlesticks was moving fast. Like they this is opening, so these candlesticks are moving. So I didn't even have a lot of time to process. All right, so pretty much after that, boom, we get an engulfing candle. I'm like, okay, bet it's time to get my entry because this candle already qualifies as a rejection candle near this zone. On a higher time frame, we got a head and shoulder pattern, and we are engulfing at a zone to the downside. So right away, when I started to get this engulfing here, I'm like, okay, boom, bet. This now becomes my new zone, this green candle. So I just draw a box around the green candle, and then I short it. Um, shorted like right up in here. Once price kind of just got up in here, I didn't wait the price to close. Once we got like right up in here, I enter it into the trade. And let's see here. It's another zone. Here we go. Nice zone right here. This is the zone I was looking at. So I wasn't actually looking at this zone at this point in time. I was actually looking at this zone. And this is kind of what happens when I do a video the next day. So boom, this zone here is where price came. So I was pretty much looking to take price down to this zone here, and I got in a little earlier because this was an actual 1-to-2. So I must have actually gotten in once price. I must have gotten a little earlier because this was a 1-to-2. Dang it. Let's just say I got in right around here because this was actually a 1-to-2. So I must have gotten in a little, right? So this was the actual trade. Okay, so what happened was we started cooking. Once price pretty much got down here, I pretty much closed the trades because we were already so close to my take profit. And I'm like, I wasn't really sure what price would actually do. I really didn't want to. I really didn't want because you look at it. I mean, we're like freaking 85, 90% towards TP. I really didn't want price. I really didn't mentally feel like I wanted to deal with a retracement. Um, so I just wanted to actually close profits and just chalk it up as a win for the day. So actually, I closed my profits like right down here. Got some good profits. So And as you can see, price actually melted, which is okay. I mean, you can't out of a bunch of trades, you're not going to be able to consistently guess or um, pretty much get the bottom and tops of the market. I mean, that's not it's not realistic. So you just kind of be disciplined and just go for what you go for, whether it be a 1 to 3, 1 to 2, like whatever. So price did actually continue on to go down here, right? Price actually went on, see right around here, right around this zone. It's pretty cool. So price went around here. Could have held on a little more, a little longer. Down here, actually, not here. So it was a good win for yesterday on the NAS.